Hi everybody, welcome to the Pago Academy YouTube channel. My name is Dave, and about 7 years ago I started a service company that aims to help other businesses improve their sales performance. So back in the early days when we were trying to get our company to properly lift off the ground and kind of gain that initial momentum, we looked at the market and we were trying to find where we were going to fit in, because the kind of external sales and marketing space is quite a competitive one, and we knew that we were going to have to kind of specialize, find our little spot. And so what we found is that there was a particular type of business that was kind of underserved with what was currently on offer at that moment in time. A type of business that was in the market for the types of services that we were looking to offer, but their reality didn't really align with what was being offered. And that type of business is and was young bootstrap companies that operate in a so-called high-ticket enterprise sales environment. See, what we realized is that their reality, which is one that requires a lot of flexibility, adaptability, being able to move fast, and obviously kind of minimize the risks in terms of investments, that reality didn't align with what, on the one hand, companies were offering, which was kind of long-term, kind of relatively rigid contracts and engagements. I mean, that for that type of a company is a bit of a risk, because you don't quite know how things are going to pan out, and you really do want to give yourself the opportunity to be able to bounce out of a relationship or a collaboration if it isn't working. That was on the one hand. On the other hand, there were these kind of disconnected pay-per-lead lead generation types of setups that obviously were lower in terms of risk, because you only have to pay for the actual leads that you get, but there wasn't much integration. That disconnect was also a risk to our clients. So what we tried to do is collaborate with our clients and find a service model that would fit, that would allow us to build our agency, and that would allow them to see an impact, value, and obviously see results from what we were doing. And what we came up with was a concept called minimum viable capacity. Essentially, that means that our clients get to use our services in a minimum viable capacity setup. Essentially, we have to outline what the minimum investment is that we need from our clients, but that still allows us to generate those initial results, right? So kind of it's a win-win situation. They don't break the bank, yet they get to take certain steps in the right direction, and we get to sign up a client, and we give ourselves the opportunity to prove our worth. So what we realize here, obviously, is that results are actually key for us to be able to build a broader foundation for a continued relationship. And what we had to do is we really ruthlessly had to focus in on the essence. We had to focus in and outline the actual actions that bring in the results that move the needle within that enterprise sales solution selling environment. We've had to cut the fat, remove all of the other stuff, because that was what was going to give us the traction rapidly and then allow us to continue working with our clients. So the fact that we've been trading for 7 years and we've gradually been able to grow our business kind of puts us and me in somewhat of a position to have learned a thing or two about what works and what does not work in this space. So that's why this YouTube channel was created, to kind of be a bit of an outlet, a bit of a platform for us to share some of those lessons, some of those insights. And the hope is that people who find themselves and that are operating in that same space, either because they're trying to get their business off the ground or they're currently working for that type of a company, the hope is that they can gain some value, learn a thing or two, and hopefully improve their performance. The last thing I want to mention in this little intro is that the way that we typically work with our clients, the thing that has been our bread and butter over the past 7 years and still to this day, is our so-called outsourcing model. That essentially allows our clients to insource our sales talent, and that puts us at the front line, right there with our clients in the trenches. We act on behalf of our clients. We actually integrate into their setup, and so we get to actually deploy and apply the tactics and the things that we've learned time and time again for our new clients, and we get to kind of tweak them, we get to revalidate them, we get to update them. So that type of a setup, I believe, is quite valuable for this channel, because I'll be constantly pulling things from the trenches to bring across to this YouTube channel and share with you. Right, so what I might recommend you do is actually check out some of the videos on the channel. If you like what you hear and see, I would consider subscribing. If you've got any questions, jump into the comments section, and then I'll do my very best to get back to you as quickly as I can. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks very much for checking out this little intro. I really look forward to seeing you in another video. Thanks very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.